Saito, a handyman from Japan displaced into another world, proves his usefulness to the adventuring party he has joined, which includes Raelza the fighter, fairy priestess Lafanpan, and the aged wizard Morlock. As Saito continues adventuring, he finds that even a new life in another world is not without mishaps and quirky events. He ends up killing, and cooking, a hydra eel after Raelza's phobia of slimy creatures prevents her from fighting it. Franlil and Ninia are introduced. Madaraka, the king of the realm, ends up friends with Demon King Dorg's decapitated but still living head. Saito learns about the curse the moon goddess has put on Lafanpan's people, and is saved from dying by Raelza after helping to vanquish an iron golem. Saito makes the acquaintance of Donbane, a reclusive dwarven mastersmith, after easily breaking through his 108-lock door. In the Great Labyrinth, the kingdom's main adventuring grounds, Saito finds both a vacuum robot from Earth and a hidden passage, which leads to an as yet unexplored part of the dungeons, thus reviving the kingdom's flagging adventuring business. Dorg and Madaraka's minister are two of the first to delve into the revitalized labyrinth, but are later attacked and temporarily killed by Kisurugi. Saito's group meets the kingdom's idol party, and the adventuring duo Liliza and Gibel, and Raelza develops a rivalry with Franlil. While delving deeper into the labyrinth, Saito comes upon a cave filled with artifacts from all over Earth's eras and cultures. They are attacked by Kisurugi and Primas, but are saved by Jibungle, who then addresses Morlock as his former mentor. Morlock is shown to suffer from apparent amnesia, possibly due to the influence of forbidden magic he tried to investigate 20 years ago. Before Jibungle can rouse the mage's memory further, the party is attacked by Kisurugi, who desperately seeks ancient time magic hidden inside the labyrinth to save Lavella from dying of old age. The ninja is thwarted by Liliza, Gibel, Franlil, Ninia, and the idle adventurers. To help Ravella, Primas rips off her own wings to release the magic stored within, thus turning them all into a powerful dark spirit. The adventurers team up to combat the common threat, but are unable to damage the dark spirit. Saito remembers finding a secret magic formula which can manipulate time in one of Morlock's books. It is revealed that Morlock, in his ambition to be recognized as a great mage, lost his daughter to a heavy fever after neglecting her. He then entered the Great Labyrinth to find Crom, a legendary mage who created time magic, in order to bring his daughter back to life, but lost his challenge, whereupon Crom stripped him of his memories. Theorizing that it was Morlock who had called him into this world, Saito helps the old wizard in casting the spell, which freezes everyone but Morlock in time. In the 100 seconds the time stop spell has granted him, Morlock tries to destroy the dark spirit, but instead has an insight into its motive, and cancels the magic upon them, separating them into their individual entities and giving them the chance to atone. The revived Dorg and Royal Minister join them, and Morlock is forced to dash Kisurugi's hopes when he explains that Crom had left this world after growing tired of it. The minister explains that King Madaraka can restore Lavella's youth if a life connected to her is sacrificed. Knowing he will face the death penalty for his slayings anyway, Kisurugi volunteers his own, and with the agreement of the other adventurers, the minister and Dorg take Kisurugi with them. Instead of getting killed, Kisurugi and Primas are crippled until their sacrificed life essence restores Lavella youth, but she loses her memory. About to leave her alone, Kisurugi is reprimanded by Primas, inspiring him to start his life anew at Lavella's side. In the labyrinth, the otherworldly artifacts conjured by Crom are confiscated by the crown, but Morlock has regained part of his memories, including how he had accidentally called Saito into this world. With the chances of returning him to Earth being very slim, and having nothing to return for anyway, Saito decides to stay in this world, and Raelza confesses her affection for him. Right afterwards, however, Morlock is bitten by a venomous monster and dies because of it, after having fallen in love with a female white wolf who was killed by his master's orders after leaving a single cub as their offspring. A demon wolf has exiled himself to the mortal world. Morlock surprisingly rises from his grave due to a one-time resurrection spell he had cast on himself long ago, but he returns in an undead form because the demon wolf has devoured one of his body parts, making the magic incomplete. Jibungle helps out with his former master's magical journal, which states that the body part must be retrieved to make the spell successful. As they look for the demon wolf, Morlock reveals how Relza had lost her parents and she came to him, and asks Saito to take care of her if he does not make it. Maddened by the magical energy in Morlock's flesh, the demon wolf attacks and wounds Saito and Morlock. Relza manages to injure it, but the appearance of its pup brings it back to its senses, and it asks Relza to kill it. A minion of the wolf's former master arrives to bring it back to the Netherrealm, but Saito, Relza, and Lafampan fight it until the demon lord itself arrives to claim Morlock's magic for its own. When Relza engages it and is imperiled, Saito carries Morlock's body close to the demon wolf and then intervenes to save her. Morlock asks the wolf to return of his magic in exchange for looking after the wolf's pup. Fully restored, Morlock beats the demon, but as he appears before his companions, he suddenly sports a pair of dog ears and a tail. With his magic combined with the demon wolf's essence, Morlock temporarily regains his youth and engages the demon lord when the latter promptly returns for revenge. The demon proves too tough even for the mightiest magic Morlock can summon, but before it can attack the companions, the wolf pup intervenes and slays it. Unwilling to leave the pup fatherless, Morlock returns the wolf's essence to free it from its bondage to the demon lord, giving up his life force to restore him. In gratitude, the demon wolf offers to settle the debt one day, which the grieving Relza refuses. The next day, Saito awakes from his injuries to find that Morlock has completely recovered, and he finally acknowledges his own feelings for Relza. Otherwise, his life as an adventurer returns pretty much to normal, except for a few unexpected new developments. The most important ones are that Saito has finally won more confidence in himself, and that his exploits have made him so famous that all his friends and the people in the kingdom begin approaching him and asking him for his skills as a handyman, making him feel fulfilled at last.